Check one, check two, check three. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. We are now live. Welcome back to another episode of the Doordash Revolution channel and Take It to the Streets live morning show. I will be setting up everything I need to set up live right now. I'm going into the desktop right now as we begin to set things up. I want to talk about the two videos that I did yesterday briefly. What's up, TFT? And I'm going to also talk about some things today on the different challenges that we will be doing and all of that. Let me go ahead and get ready to set everything up. Let me go here. We're going to go into content. We're going to go live. All right, that's not what I want to do. Let me back out of that. Let's do it this way. Because I want to do it as we are live. I want to set everything up. Certain features that I want to set up while I am live. Okay. There we go. Go ahead and sign in. Continue. And I may have difficulty doing it here. And I forgot about that too. May have difficulty doing it here. There we go. All right. let it load up. Sometimes I get impatient. Go to videos. All right, give it time to load up. I'm indoors. All right, we want to go to the live stream. All right, we want to go to that particular episode. All right, we want to. It's not made for children. Show more. Content is not altered. Do that feature right there. Get it right there. All right. We also want to do this today. We're going to turn that feature on. All right. Switch that. Everything is balanced. That's what we want. Hit save. All right. I want to go to this feature. We're going to customization. We're going to do it on the front end versus the back end. Live chat replay. Go on to subscribe mode, 20 minutes. We're going to do it in slow mode. Everything looks good. We're going to hit save. Doing all of this from right here, ladies and gentlemen. And you should see some changes in the feature there. I don't see it from here, but I'm going to check it on the tablet here. Let's do this, do this, do this. You do not want to be on the TV with it. Something going on with the volume there. Let's see. Let's do this. We're going to bounce there. Go here. Hit that. We are now live. Let's see. Do that. It's going to take a minute. All right, everything looks good. Everything done changed. As you see, the screen is on right there. Somehow it went on TV. All right, we're not going to be it. We don't want to do it on TV. It was connected to the TV. I don't want it to be connected to the TV. The Doordash Revolution has turned on subscriber mode only for 20 minutes and slow mode is on for 1 minute. All right. The title is not deceiving. Okay. Doordash Revolution is live. A favor for a friend. We're going to talk about that. First, let's go ahead and jump off into the live stream. 2 live streams I did yesterday. One was for a challenge and the end results of that challenge. We're going to do a video on that video, and we're going to use that information for educational purposes for the viewers. Usually when you're in a safety meeting and they use slides of somebody had a forklift and they hit the racks and materials come falling down, and they usually use that for a safety video of the things not to do. I'm going to do a safety video similar to that, So keep that in mind. Not in today's episode, because I'm still doing some editing on how I'm going to do that. That's why that's private. Now, second video. I see that inquiring minds want to know what happened yesterday. They want to know what triggered the Doordash revolution. Of all the events that have been happening this year, why would you ask yourself that question if you've been paying attention to the saga that has unfolded, has taken place? That question should be self-explanatory on what happened yesterday. And I had to say the things that was needed to be said. But I done a favor for a friend. From a spiritual aspect and from here. Inquiring Minds was like, did anybody see that episode yesterday? There were some people said, no, we didn't see it. We was busy doing our other things, or we don't watch him, or I just didn't watch yesterday, or I was in the bathroom when nature called, or I was in the park enjoying time with my family members, or I was out fishing, or I was just out playing softball, throwing a frisbee, or I just was drinking Frosties, the alcoholic beverage kind of Frosties. Viewers may have been doing, or others were saying, man, I was there, but I had to turn it off. There are 4 groups, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about that's in our community today. Will I name them? No. 4 groups, maybe 5, in this small community that we are in today. There was a certain group number 3, I wanted to find out something about. We already know about group 1 and group 2. They are enemies of the Doordash revolution. Group 3 is also enemies of the Doordash revolution. Group 4 is also enemies of the Doordash revolution. Group 5 bailed out. They found a bailout plan. What's up, Huck? What's up? Glad to see you. Glad to have you here. I left the doors open on purpose. And I can easily open my doors, open my windows, and I can easily lock everything down, put it up on security surveillance. Just with the snap of my finger, work it right there, do everything that I need to do on my desktop right here, here or not here. Same thing on the phone. I can do the same thing. In my discovering the truth, I have breathed life into the dry bones. What do you mean? You sound like you're losing your mind again. No, I'm not losing my mind again, because that group 3 showed me yesterday that I have breathed life back into dry bones. By doing that, we know who all the major players are in these different groups. All right. I had one person gave me a phone call. Other person, we didn't talk. They wanted to call me, or shall I say, he wanted to call me. I wanted to call him, but this other phone call came in. Longtime viewer, been watching the Doordash revolution since day one. Know me and know me very well. Some of you may think you know me, but you don't know me very well. He said, I knew this day was coming. What's going on, information man? Peace and respect to you. He said, I knew this day was coming. You've been holding your peace. You've been respectful. You stopped looking at that group. And the reason why you stopped looking at that group, because you did not want to respond or react or get out of character. But it looked like yesterday that you somewhat got out of character. And I went to visit channels yesterday, like I said I would, trying to find out when someone was getting ready to go live and do their thing. This is the first time that I have seen in this era, since I've been in this community, that people are doing things and slowing down and thinking before they do them now. We should always have a pre-planned strategy, a concept strategy when we do content. But that is important to most people, because most people that don't want to waste their time doing that, or it's too time consuming for them, or they just plain lazy. People talk about people that do things off of a script. Yes, it's traditional. Okay. From where I came up in, the profession that I do is very traditional. We have to go to school to learn how to do outlines and scripts. We have to go to school to do homilies. You see, expository speaking and teaching and series. So there's a format for that. When you go to that type of institute and schooling for that field of profession, you're going to be embarking on your journey to help others. People like to try to make fun of me doing scripts. It's in me, I'm going to do them. I do my content however I see fit. Maybe others are jealous because I do scripts. There are times I do scripts. There's time I will not use a script. I just let it rip from the hip. And then there's times when God compelled me to say things. He don't always tell me beforehand, because he don't want me to mess up his plan. Okay. So when I addressed a focal point of my topic, others didn't get the message. Yes, I leverage a focal point to find out who the third group were and what they were up to. Yes, and then I wind up breathing life into dry bones. That third group was so happy. I seen laughter and they had life again. They wasn't that dreaded dark soul. So I said, okay, that strategy worked. So let me talk about the four groups. And I may have to change my lighting, because the focus on that right there, I may have to work on that. You see how I am now? And then if I move away, now I don't want to act up right. There you go. The lights in and out. Group number one started this conflict. And I remember when me and a old dear friend started the collaboration. And I remember it was on his live stream when we did that collaboration, that number one group came in. They came in our house, which means his channel. When they came in our house, okay, they came straight at us. They bashed him, they bashed me for trying to bring together Black content creators. Blowed it way all out of proportion. Some was calling one a militant. And I forgot the other saying that they was calling me. But we both was being labeled as racists because we wanted to build a community of Black content creators so we could collaborate. And the reason for that was so we could be able to go into our local cities, our local markets, and collaborate with Black business owners. I wanted to take the project to the youth, education for the youth, drugs, mental health, illnesses, suicide prevention, such as that. And I want to salute Information Man for allowing me to be able to share his video that helped a whole lot of people. And I was able to do a video as well on that. 1-800 numbers and all of that. The struggles of Black businesses, okay, and the unity that it brings in the community along with churches, right? To help the schools, you know, with scholarships and all that. I wanted to go in that direction. But Black businesses wasn't the only businesses I wanted to do that with. Hey, how you doing today, Heidi? Happy Monday to you. We have Information Man in the house. Peace and respect to him. We have Hulk Smash, we have TFT, and we have those that are lurking. They the reason I'm going to be going to their house. Their channels. That's what I mean when I say house. And I'm going to drop by. So, a lot of things been said that has not been true about these two content creators. I found out things that will shake the foundation of this earth and cause tremors that will be at the Richter scale of 4.0 or higher. That's how shocking the information was when I found out. Back to what I want to talk about. They came in there, they attacked us on our show, on his channel, just like that. We could have easily kicked them out. I don't know why I didn't play a role in kicking them out. Maybe because I was in the shock factor. I don't know. He could have easily kicked them out, but he didn't. They had their way on our channel. I remember that as if it was yesterday. After I did that episode, the second episode, you know, I started reliving the events and the memory of what happened. Still, it seemed like it was truth and transparency and honesty. It was like truth and dare. This helter-skelter thing that had been played out. So I had to do soul searching, and I had to do my own researching, right? To find out why did that happen and why was it allowed. What's up, Brandon? Then Sambo came into play. I have showed people I still got that video. I showed people I got that screenshot on several occasions. Then I found out the shocking truth of the hour about who was behind Sambo. Yeah. Why are we still constantly going back and forth with these individuals that have nothing to do with an ideal that two men wanted to do for a community? Plus, I wanted to take it further than just the Black community, but I had to start first with my roots. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm going to regret it as far as the direction of the journey that I was embarked to do. I may have regrets with people that I had collaborated with, but I don't have no regrets towards the mission. Rich history that I'm involved in. The cotton fields, the tin roof homes. When the rain on them, the tin roof, and you would go to bed. Big families, 18 to 20 family members or siblings. Cotton fields. Cotton back in the day was 6 feet tall. Watermelon patches in hidden areas. Cornfields, shucking corn. We would kill our own hogs, We had our own chickens and eggs, I was on the end of an era of that occurrence of Black men being whipped till their skin was raw. Understand where I'm going with this here? All right. I was on the end of it where you had to pick 200 to 300 pounds. They call them Kroger sacks of cotton from sun up to sundown. Didn't get chance, our ancestors, to go to school during that certain time of year because we had to bring in that harvest for profit. There's a whole lot more to the story that I'm not finna get ready to do a history book with you today, but I have to start with my roots. Then we get ridiculed for it. Question still occurs to me that many have asked me, why did you allow them to come to your channel and disrupt it the way they did? That was a good question. Like I said, I was in shock factor. Then when I found out and I discovered what I think at that time, and then I found out later that I was right, it was time for me to separate from different groups. Okay. And I did that. I separated from them. Okay. Instead of getting backlash, instead of being ridiculed, instead of being called all kind of names. We've been called names before. Nothing new. Now it's done went into lies. Trust is being questioned. Loyalty and betrayal has taken place. Is it because of greed of wanting to be in the spotlight. Well, I can tell you from my end, I never wanted to be in the spotlight. I just wanted to send a message and convey a message to my viewers to where we could come together in a community such as this and help a multicultural environment. Okay. That was the tensions all the time. Certain things did have to be called out because also at this time was a different era of content that's getting ready to be birthed into this community. In the history of GigTubers content, whether if I spearheaded it or not, it was going to take place with me or without me. I'm glad that I was a part of the evolution of an era of new content, which will revolutionize the mind of young and new content creators when they are doing content in this community. All right. So when I found out the truth, it took some time to find it out. It took some soul searching. It took some researching. I couldn't just take people for their word. I had to find out and hear for myself. I had to see with my own eyes. That's when the Blade Vigilante came into existence, where I can go visit channels and let them know I'm watching. Let them know I'm gathering data. Let them know I'm gathering information. And I asked a question yesterday. Good afternoon, everyone. Brandon. I asked a question. Why do you fear? Why are you intimidated? And why do you hate this content creator? That was a question that was asked to me. I couldn't answer it. I had my opinion, but I wanted to make sure I had facts before I truly answered it. Okay. In the past, people talked about that information has no value. How in the world would you ever think about spewing that garbage out of your mouth? Didn't you go to school? Wasn't you taught how to use a spoon so you could feed yourself? Wasn't you taught how to eat meals? So that teaching had information in it so you could learn how to grow and develop as a infant to a toddler during your childhood, going through the adolescent stage until you reach your adult status, manhood or womanhood. Are y'all hearing me today? So information always had value. We can't get nothing out of it. We done seen everything, done learned everything about these apps. No, you haven't. Because if you had her, we would have seen it coming that Doordash was going to hire W-2 Dashers. Well, you're following me right now. I know I didn't see it coming. I knew that we were misclassified. That's why a lot of us wasn't satisfied. And by being misclassified, and since we wasn't satisfied, there was a thirst of thirstiness and greed. The entitled delivery driver, the entitled Doordash dasher, the entitled Grub Hub grinder, the entitled Uber Eats. Yeah. To where people started to get beyond themselves due to the advertisement of easy peasy money schemes. You can get it fast. You can make this lazy money. You can make this money in your sleep. Has ruined the social media platform. All gig and side hustles. You can see, I see it every day. $5,000 an hour. Really? Join this course. Join this membership. Fatten the pockets of those that's not giving you information that really works for you. Those that are guilty for it. I'm talking about the gig hustle and side hustle in its entire package, not just this community only. Then you got people believing what has been brainwashed into here because others talked about manifesting your greatness. Be careful when you use the word manifestation. Is it of good or is it of evil? All right. But this content is a favor for a friend. So I needed to know who all the major players was in group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. And I'm here to tell you today I was never wrong about it. But I had to do research before I publicize it. Will I publicize it today? No, but I think them groups know who they are because they talk the most. But I used a focal point to get everybody's attention. Even I got his attention as well. Then in that live stream, I have to mention the day. And I can feel somebody's spirit said, please don't mention it. I can feel somebody's spirit today and almost can see their face telling me, please don't go in this direction today. Yes, I'm going in this direction today. The live stream second episode, we had a conversation and the conversation turned into rumor control. I guess people wanted to see, would the Doordash revolution bite the hook like a catfish? I stopped it right there and there. Leave the man and wife out of it. But this is what's been said from her own. I leave the man, wife out of it. I don't care what she said, leave her out of it. Well, the community said, I'm getting ready to deal with that right now. This is the purpose of the video, and I'm doing it as a favor for a friend that didn't ask this favor from this friend, okay? I got to do it because I have family. I got to do it because I have grandchildren. I got to do it because I have children. I got to do it because I want to leave a legacy. I have to do it. I am compelled to do it, and I will and shall do it right now. That is wrong with this community. That is the reason why this community, we have put a black eye on this community. The other communities are ashamed to even come look at us. Except for the fortunate few. Okay. Rumors coming from a community. You yourself didn't take time to do research to find out is there's truth or lies. There are certain boundaries we should never cross. Family is one of them. No matter how certain individuals may feel about family because how they was brought up. Okay, they went through hard times, might have been passed around from family to family to family, huh? Or they wind up being orphans because somebody didn't want them. So they may have a different meaning and a view about family than others, but not all of them. That's right, Huck. No one family member should be brought up in any discussion. That's why I shut it down right then and there. Don't bring that garbage to me. Because I have a family as well. Leave that alone. I said it and I said it again. Well, I'm vouching for this person. They're good, but I understand all of that. But leave family out of it. Okay. Same thing happened to NGB, where family was brought into it. Another content creator said, I can't be a part of it. And you know who it is. And I'm going to say his name, Reese. Reese, I'm not going to be a part of this. I'm out of here. When he used the term, I'm out of here, I knew it was serious with him. When he said, I'm out of here, I know him. No, man, I'm not finna be a part of this. I was a part of it once before, and to this day, he regret that he was. So he took a stand that day to say it's not gonna happen again. All right. Although me and him is not friends right now, I don't view him as an enemy. I hope he don't view me as one. But only time will tell. The departure did have to take place because he was the focal point and I was the focal point. There are people who want to see me and this man have war with one another. I discovered it yesterday. I already knew it. But yesterday broke down the wall where it was truly revealed. We need these two black content creators to go edit with one another. I'm not going to play that game. All right. You want to see two black content creators tear down each other's channel. What do you fear about these two content creators? What intimidates you about these two content creators? And then Heidi comes in here and said, absolutely, you have a problem with someone, take it up with that person directly. That's correct. That's right. I agree with you. That's another thing that just about then tore up this whole community here. Heidi speaking from experience. She had a feud with Rise Charlize, and I'm gonna leave it just like that there. It wasn't pretty. Oh yeah, I know the history of it. When I first found out about her, that I watched all those episodes between them two. You know, it wasn't a good thing that happened. It shouldn't have happened, but it did. They both were friends, I believe. She can correct me, she's in the room. Now, since I don't visually show the picture in her mind, she can kind of somewhat understand what myself and the other content creators going through right now. It's not a pretty picture. but departure was necessary. Lies will be told, but the truth will be unfolded. Okay? So I tried my best to step away, not because of one person, because of the gravitation of the cesspool that surround the environment that I was in and he was in, and that still exists today. Some of you are having them battles with some of them groups today. When is it going to stop? What has it served? People think about that. I know a lot of people done went past the boundary and is at the point of no return. But what demise will it do for your reputation, your self-esteem, and your channel? And I won't be taking this video down like I did the other two. First God told me don't put it back out. I put it back out. Don't bring it back. Don't put it back out. I put it back out. Don't bring it back. Don't put it back out. You didn't put the message out there. There's something I want you to do with these videos. Bring them back. Put the lock on them. Do you another video. That's what I have done today. All right. There's been a lot of unnecessary attacks towards one another, friends, enemies against enemies. Then enemies became friends of other enemies because both of them had an enemy that they could agree to. We need to do something about that enemy. This is a documentary today. Y'all didn't see that coming, did you? This is the historian telling the story. Okay. But I did do one thing wrong. I breathed life into those dry bones that grew. I wanted to see what that group would do once they realized they had life restored to them. And they doing what I thought they would do. Then the Eli's came in, and then his enemies came in, and then people dispersed into these different groups. Oh, I'm not going to get into super chats today. I'm not going to get the Amen campaign in here today. A favor for a friend that didn't ask for this favor. What is it about these two content creators that people want to see them be at war? Boy, that will be probably the most viral video in this community between a slugfest of all time. That's why I'm not going to do it. But sometimes you got to straighten the person collar up, button it up, make sure the tie is in its proper position, no wrinkles allowed, and then walk away. Okay, what's up? What's up, Jersey man? This is a lesson not for the individual who thought I was talking to. It was for the whole community. You gonna get it. Yeah, I leveraged that focal point to get everybody's attention. Now I got everybody's attention now. People said, no, we're not gonna miss this video. Man, get that screenshot. No, man, share that over there. No, man, put it in that text message over there. There's been a lot of Samsung text messaging of my videos been going on. Y'all thought I wouldn't know? And I'm not talking about Reese. He was the focal point so I could get this message across today. In other words, this is a favor for a friend that didn't ask a friend for a favor because we were once friends. I still hold that precious. I still hold some loyalty to what we were once upon a time. All the stuff that he done to me, people trying it a flabbergasted right now. And you said you did this to get everybody attention. Do y'all see what y'all doing to the community? Channels getting strikes, channels getting flagged, channels getting demonetized, channels getting destroyed. Oh yeah, YouTube getting this message also because it's public today. Okay? Because the community was afraid of getting rid of the few roaches that has infested this community. Y'all applauded, y'all applauded, y'all applauded, so this community is guilty of it. All right. Then this individual slithers into another group, slithers into another group, slithers into another group. After a while, that individual ain't gonna have a place to go. I'm not talking about Reese. He was just the focal point so I could get this message across today. Yeah, he done some things went right. But me and that man, we had to deal with that. One day, hopefully the hatchet will be buried. But for most of all, how many other feuds happened in this community? I just got through naming Hyde and Hers. I can name a whole lot more. So the message ain't just for Reese and myself. It's for the community. Y'all want me to start labeling every feud and every battle and every fake battle and every fake situation that went on, stage or not stage? Do you want me to put it on point today? I'm gonna tell you something. The content that's being done right now, that's beginning to be a trending thing in this community, is going to cause the same, it's going to wreak havoc to this community as it did other communities. I'm talking about this reaction stuff. Y'all don't fully know rules and regulations about. You just feeling with your way through it. You just going with what you feel. All right. Check them other channels out that did the same thing. You will see how many channels got destroyed because they destroyed themselves. You remember when I said when people are failing, you can't blame nobody but you? Can't blame nobody but you today. Now we're bringing sloppy content in our community. And it is sloppy. Very sloppy till we begin to be unprofessional in our work that we do in content. Oh, this is going to be an episode. They ain't going to be laughing today. It ain't going to be laughter about today. It's truth and its consequences today. And yes, I leverage a focal point to get this message out to the whole community. Get that mirror, look at yourself. If you forgot about your feud, I can put it in the description so everybody can see the feuds they've been having in this community. Whether it was real, whether it was fake, whether it was staged, or it just happened spontaneously. Reaction videos and content is the most flagged and strike content in the YouTube community or the YouTube universe. Don't believe me? Do your research. Do your research, people. Do your case studies, people. Don't take me at face value because you never do. Go prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Just go do the research and prove me wrong. I guarantee you won't be able to do it. Ought to be ashamed of yourself. All of us ought to be ashamed of ourselves, right? Oh, there's going to be some angry people today. I wasn't trying to make friends with this content today. I want to convey a message, and I hope that you hear me clearly as I'm speaking to you, and you, and you, and you, and you. I know you heard it. I seen it when I got the memo. A lot of channels been taken down, and it's been reaction channels, drama channels. Okay? If you don't believe me, do the research. If you can't find the research, dig deeper. If you still can't find the research, I will send them to you. Time for everyone to do their homework. Okay. Everyone. Flex and Roy battle. Roy and Reese battle. I can go on. Me and Cherry battle. I can go on. Red and her mini battles. Okay. I can start listing who versus who right now. We have put a black eye on this community, whether you guys, ladies and gentlemen, want to accept it or not. We have. We done put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. And look like none of us care about that there. There's going to be a time and place when you get ready to try to do things. Your dirty work that you've been festering in here is going to show up somewhere. At somebody's doorstep when you try to get that window of opportunity and the door get closed for you, all of a sudden, it's going to show up. Same thing that goes on the 9 to 5s, the warehouses, the same garbage, the same mess. Well, if I say these words here, well, we don't approve of what he's getting ready to say. So I might not use that terminology there because people are going to get offended. And all I'm going to use is an animal for personification, but people might not take that so well. No, it's not a donkey either. No, it's not a donkey. Okay. But we got people 35 to 44, 44 to 55 and up. That is the biggest culprit of what I'm talking about. How can you pat yourself on the back and say, "Dad, boy, I done a good job"? How can you do it? How do y'all sleep at night? How do you do it? You got to have restless nights. With all this negativity, there are restless nights. Okay, appreciate you, I'd appreciate you. So people want to point their fingers at me, did not know I was going to show us all up right today because I used a focal point and I leveraged it. That's right, Hope. We need to see what's really important in life, and life is short, very short. All these horrific hurricanes done came through. We still hadn't learned our lesson. We hadn't learned our lesson. We had COVID devastated the world. We haven't learned our lesson. The keys is take it with a grain of salt. No, brother. The keys is to open your eyes and see Why are you wasting your time on meaningless things when your life is short? My life is short. Wasting time of your God-given talents. Okay? We can talk about salt. Let's talk about salt. Take it with a grain of salt. Watch what I'm getting ready to do with you right quick. Why you can't be the salt of the earth? Woo! I'm talking now. Why you can't be the salt of the earth? Why you want to take it with a grain of salt, then you can't produce being the salt of the earth. Because salt has flavor and everybody can use the value of salt. Bring me one more comment, somebody, so I can work with that one too. We might just get biblical today up in here. Using cliches, don't know the meaning of cliches and misusing the cliche you thought you knew. We can go there. I'm the guy you can go there with. I guarantee you somewhere in between there, I'm going to get biblical with you. Why we can't be the salt of the earth? Why we can't be the light of the world? We're living in darkness, people. Do you understand that? You don't care about your own life. You don't care about your own soul. You don't care about yourself. Because we're chasing after meaningless things. Oh, yeah. Y'all didn't thought I was going to bring y'all in like this today, did you? Because God working with me. I didn't even know. He can't tell me everything because sometimes I have loose lips sink ships. No, I can't tell you right now. I got to put you out there, then I'll work with you. Oh, yeah. We're going to have another crisis come in America. We don't know what the election going to unfold, but either way, it's going to be a crisis coming. Okay? I don't care how political you are. I don't care how religious you are. A crisis is coming to wake up America. Okay? We done lost our way. Us Americans have. All right. When I heard somebody tell a person that they had a God-given right not to give them the order because they felt more entitled than the person they supposed to been doing customer service, that just happened 2 weeks ago in Memphis, Tennessee. Certain neighborhoods you go to, you don't put your vest on. Get ready for that phone call. Get ready to get stopped. Get ready to get pulled over. Did you see the Amazon driver when he went to that neighborhood? He punched the code in, went in before he came out. They locked the gate, asking him, state the business that you are doing right now and why are you on this premises? Okay? That stuff's still going on. And some more stuff going on. Why is it that dark-skinned Indians and light-skinned Indians, there's a discrimination between them two? It's called racism. Then we can move that out the way. What is it when you see a rich man and you see a poor man? One gets favored, the other one gets spit on. Cause money talk, right? You can leverage things with money, and the more money you get, you can have power, right? We talking about people with deep pockets right now. Okay. I can go through 10 more different examples of different scenarios and different situations when people feel like they're more entitled than others, besides just racism. Okay. How much money you got over a person that don't make the type of money you make. All right. I can even go to the schools and deal with certain frat groups and sorority groups where they having these battles of I'm better than you. Let's talk about I'm the better than you movement right now that's going on in our world today that puts all of this corruption in that bucket right there. No, I'm not stressed, brother Jersey man, and I'm telling you, can't no one get away from stress. You want to know why? Because we got sins in the world. When you have tornadoes, that's gonna put stress on you. Family member that's ill, you're gonna have stress. You can't tell me everybody's exempt from stress, Jersey man. Or shall I say George? All you giving me is excuses, brother. No disrespect. Your view of seeing things and my view of seeing things is totally different. All right. Okay. You know this corruption is in the world. So you one of the people that say I'm not going to do anything about it. Cool. Stay in your corner. Stay in your timeout session. Don't get involved. Stay out of it. That's what you just got to say. In between the lines. Okay. Now, Roy will be Roy. Been a long time since I said his name. But it was something he said in a live chat last night. Intrigue, or it piqued my curiosity. It got my attention. D-Rev pays attention. Oh yeah, I was there last night. No, I didn't see or hear everything that was said, but I was there last night. Let me tell you what I pay attention to. I showed an example on YouTube Studio how I know certain things that I know. Let's talk about external sites for a minute. In YouTube, I got it right there at the desktop. I can go straight into prove to what I'm talking about. Checking and looking at the analytics is one of the most powerful resource tools that we can use out of YouTube Studios. If you know how to read and comprehend and not try to twist words to your own comfortable meaning of what you think it is. No, you need to see it for what it is. Okay? Okay. People are using outside sites to do malicious things. That's why I told everyone that's in this community that are content creators when the last time you did a channel audit of your own channel. When the last time you did an audit of your channel? You couldn't have if you're doing audits of everybody else's channels. When did you have time to do yours? You didn't have time to do yours because you was too busy auditing other folks' channels. Whoever that message is meant for. No, it wasn't meant for Jersey, man. Me and him done already finished our conversation. I didn't jump to another topic just then. So don't say that was labeled to him. And don't you think I labeled it to you either. There's some people shoes right now feeling funny on their feet. What's up, Doordash Rick in the house? You see, we can't even be honest with ourselves. We done lied so much too. We are convinced of the lies that we telling ourselves. See, you got to try to explain. This is where I stop right there, because you do buy into the nonsense. What group you in? If you're in one of the four groups, you buy into it, brother. I know what I'm talking about. I've been watching for a long time. What group did you come in here with? in here with? Is you from this community or did you come from another community? All right, back to what I'm talking about. Now you got to deal with George as the moderator in here because I'm through talking to you. All right. You can tell the guilty ones because they're gonna start talking to them. I have a way of getting people to tell off on themselves. I have a way of having people that they got to speak out to defend themselves or defend the group they belong in. Maybe he's a spokesperson. I don't know. Oh no, he don't like Doordash Revolution too much right now. Anybody tell you they got a clear conscience living in this sin-filled environment and you get sin on you is lying. Unless you're living for God, the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But then it still don't make us perfect. We in this sin-filled environment. Okay. And we got pressures of life out here. Let's get real. None of us exempt for the pressures of life. I tell you what I'm getting ready to do, Jersey man. We're gonna put you in timeout. I'm gonna put you in timeout because I'm not finna go back and forth with you. I got you to say what I need to say. And I'm gonna put his comment up there so y'all can see it. Now, I don't want to delete his comment. I want to put him in timeout. Gonna do it just like that there. I don't want to delete his comment. I want it to stay there. Because sometimes you have to have a conversation. All right, there you go. I will put him in timeout. I won't ban him, but I'll put him in timeout. Yes, we are, but we come back with God. Yeah, we all do. We're a rebellious nation. We are a rebellious nation. We think we are our own gods, and I done heard people say this here. We got a God complex. Where do you think that came from? Lucifer had a God complex, right? So he had to get kicked out of heaven. Don't believe me? Check out Isaiah chapter 14 there, and you should find the story there. It's in Luke also. So you ain't got to take my word for it. You can Google it. It'll direct you to where you need to look at. Now, see how beautiful it is outside in my city. You see the sun shining in. I'm looking at the water. I'm looking at the fountain. I'm looking at clear blue skies and everything. All be grateful that we're still in the land of the living. All of us need to be grateful that we still have the breath of life in us. All of us ought to be grateful that we still can be able to move around, get up and walk around. Some of us have aches and pains to remind us that we need to be grateful and thankful. Okay. Grateful and thankful. Don't nobody want to admit when they wrong. So much hatred in our world. We can't find the heart to forgive nobody. We make excuses of our own screw ups. You know why? Because we think we got that entitlement of a God type complex that we think we better than other individuals. I don't never make no mistake in my own eyes. That's what's going on in our world, not just in this community, but in our world. That's what's going on right now. Appreciate the $20 from Mr. Fleck. He said he's been listening 30 minutes. He said, I'm listening, but I'm 30 minutes behind. I understand. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. But this is what we got to understand, people. We got wars in other places going on in our world. Ukraine, I think, was at war with Russia. If I'm wrong, somebody can correct me. And if I were to say they distant cousins, I might get backlash at that. All right. We have wars. I just got through talking about the Indian people, where the lighter skin complexion feel a little bit more entitled than the darker skin complexion. That's Indians I'm talking about, for a prime example. Low self-esteem among people because we went through something from childhood, adolescent stage before we became adults. All right. Some of that stuff still done messed up a lot of us. Where you think bipolar coming from? Where you think schizophrenia coming from? Huh? Where you thinking there's a whole lot of other stuff coming in there, and it's demonic influences, but we label it as something else. Don't believe me? Check out Ephesians chapter 6. You ain't got to take my word for it. That's been a book that was written how many years ago? And right now it's on point on what's going on right now. Maybe some of us need to start back reading that book called the Holy Bible. I'm not here to condemn nobody or judge nobody. I'm just stating the facts that we see all this corruption and negativity that people call energies and entities. It's actually the demonic presence of principalities and powers and rulers of darkness. But we done label them all of these fancy names. Don't want to deal with the real behind the root of the problems we have in our world. What is the world's greatest problems, ladies and gentlemen? It is sin. Sin is the world's greatest problem in this generation, from the beginning of time to now. Okay? And we think we controlling ourselves. We talk about freedom. Are we truly free? When we are up under spiritual bondage, then we're not free. We're not free. If I were to go and get spiritual with you right now, we are up under spiritual darkness with chains and we are in bondage. Reason why a lot of us act the way we do in our world. A lot of us came from the 9 to 5. A lot of us came from the W-2s. Huh? Don't want to go back, right? Don't want to go back. Let's start with they're hiring younger and younger people and putting them in positions of team lead, supervise. Don't know how to pour water out of a bucket. Still them admitting to their mistakes, they got to find somebody to put it on and blame it on and get them out the door. Stealing going on in the warehouses. Somebody walking out of there that has the power and authority to know how to walk out of there without getting caught. Somebody talk to me today. I'm talking about real life issues in our world. In our world. All of us need to take a look at the mirror. Quit faking it just to make it and look at the mirror for the very first time and look at you. You might not like what you see. Now, what you gonna do about that? I done heard lies being told. I have no regrets. I got a clear conscience. No, you don't. What you lying for? You just trying to save face. No, I'm not better than nobody. I make mistakes every day. Y'all saw a mistake I made yesterday. And I told y'all before that day, I make mistakes every day. All this multitasking we got to do, I'm not making no excuses. All this multitasking we doing on multiple apps, you're not perfect. Too much going on, too many things going on, and we're moving too fast. So when you moving almost at the speed of light, how is you going to make perfect decisions? How are you going to make perfect execution, you're not. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you. I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for that. Let me go ahead and do this right here. I'm gonna do that right there. That's power. Flex, I ain't gonna forget you either, bro. Hope I don't hit the wrong button. I almost hit the wrong, but I'm gonna put him there too. I don't know if y'all can see the highlight there, but I did highlight him also. All right. $20, Mr. Flex. Listening 30 minutes behind. There we go. Heidi, she got hers in there. Huck got a statement he want to make. We all make mistakes. We are human. Yes. Yes. Keyword human. Had y'all ever heard the story that was told about the fall of man? It was once upon a time, man and woman was perfect. It was a decision that the woman made, and it was a decision that the man made. Is the reason why sin was introduced to the world. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go read the book of Genesis, chapter 1 through chapter 6, and you will see the origin of history, of humanity. Okay. We all are human. Haven't we forgot we are human? Huck is a wise man. But Rev, you didn't tell him no, because I wanted to see what somebody else said. And Huck just did that for me. Appreciate you, bro. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Adam and Eve. Let's put Jersey Man up here right quick, real quick. Letting him know that I acknowledge. Letting him know that I'm giving him that acknowledgement that I understand what you understand right now. See, we got to understand when we go to other people's channels, we got to learn to respect other people's place. Okay. That hasn't been going on in our show, and he did not disrespect it. He just had a disagreement with me. But it brings up the topic back what I was talking about earlier when certain individuals came on the channel with Reese and myself, how disrespectful they were. I should have left, to be honest with you. I should have nipped it in the bud that they left, questioned my brother, disagree with my brother, and moved on. Maybe a lot of things that's happening now would not have happened if I had made that decision. So I'm not taking one for the team unless it's for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I should have that day said, okay, let me drop it. Let me draw in the sand right here, all this stuff here. We being disrespectful. Okay. I'm finna fact check that. I'm finna kick people out the room because I had a little bit of power to do that then. I didn't do it. Then I needed to have questioned my brother. Then we would have disagreed. Then I would have moved on. That's what I should have done. But no, I had to sit here 18 months later. Then I made the decision. And I'm being attacked. People coming hard at me. People was coming hard at me from day one. The fifth group. Then I'm going to go back to the fourth group and the third group. The fifth group. They came and they wanted peace. They tried to bring peace in the community, but they were new to what was going on. They started picking and choosing sides. Oh, it's too much drama over there on Doordash Revolution channel. They jumped out the skillet and found themselves in the frying pan. Oh, it's worse than it was over there. Too ashamed to come back over here. So guess what they did? They just left the community. I have a few of them from my city that did that. Okay. Hopefully they listening today. I forgive them. They had to find out truth for themselves. When they found out the truth, they too ashamed to come to the Doordash Revolution and say, you know, that was my bad. I made judgment off of what the majority of people were saying. I didn't get a chance to learn you for myself, and you from the same city I'm in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shut the live down short in a minute. You see, so we have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, whatever our hangups is, we don't need to blame other folks for them. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got to do the best we can with us. That's why I did the focal point yesterday. It wasn't no shock of the hour, it was a focal point. Today may be a shock of the hour, but when you start getting from your teachable 20s to your thriving 30s, your forcible 50s, some people say your feeble 50s and your seasoned 60s. Some say sensational 70s. I don't know. I got to research all that each decade that I live. If I live to see reaching 70, we're supposed to get wiser, right? Knowledge has power, but knowledge without wisdom has no value. If you don't know how to execute power in its right authority to helping others and everything, or you choose to abuse that power to destroy others, it was a decision you have to make, isn't that right? I always had talked about decision making matters. Decisions that we make in life matters, whether you call yourself saying you don't care or not. Before the end of the outcome, you're gonna care, because it's gonna come back at you, right? So like I said in my short, haters don't want you to succeed. Now, are you, question I'm asking, are you a hater? You don't have to answer it right here. Answer it in your heart. Are you a hater? Are you one of those that don't want to see people succeed because you see yourself as a failure and misery loves company? Is it you? Dadgummit, is it you? And if it's you, how can you have a clear conscience? Because there's many people that said what he said, and they have a clear conscience about the wrong that they do. See how you see how I leverage him as a focal point, where my focus ain't on him, but my focus is to get the message unto who needs to hear it, the words and the message that I convey to you. I thank him for being able to share that dialogue so I can sit here and convey my message to the ones that do need to hear it, that has a clear conscience, and you're doing dirt in the world. You're doing dirt in the world, but yet you have a clear conscience. See how I left him over here? Thank you for that feedback. Now I can use this feedback as a focal point to convey my message to those that are guilty of a clear conscience when they're doing wrong. No remorse of their actions. Sleep good at night after they did somebody wrong because they are miserable. Those are people I'm talking to right now. So don't think, oh man, you see how he did you, Jersey Man? No, Jersey Man gave me a focal point from his feedback. Now I breathe life into that focal point to convey a message of life for you, not a curse. Life. Now it's on you how you take and deal and what you do with that information off the decisions that you make is on you. I did my job. You got to breathe life back into the dry bones of society, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to be the one to do it? The way they feel alive again for the first time in 5 years, the first time in 10 years. I'm sober now. I can put my bottle down. I'm sober now. I don't have that glass pipe up against my mouth. You see, people can sit there now. They don't have all this other stuff numbing their senses. To where now maybe they can soak in what the message is about. We're too dependent on the chemicals. And the chemicals is frying our senses. People, do we have no morals? We don't think. We just react. We don't think. Huh? I'm talking to you. Dadgummit, I'm talking to you. Oh, I've been caught up in it. In these last 50 plus years I've been living, I got caught up in it too. I definitely ain't no perfect man. So I can't speak from my perspective of doing right and doing wrong, making mistakes in life, making bad decisions. I have that right. I can talk about and share my perspective, offer my experience, and tell you I know it don't work. But for a little while, but for a season. Huh? The next thing you know, you're trying to figure out where did you go wrong, but you done gone so far. Now you seem like you're a falling star. You don't remember when it first begun, when you was first tempted, when you was first deceived, huh? You can't even remember the day. None of us can remember the day except for a few. Okay. Yeah, Rev was pissed because he did what he did on Sunday. Enough was enough, people. Did nobody take a stand for what was right? They ran away from what was right because they didn't want that to be attacked. Okay. It is what it is. Is this going to change people after this conversation? No. Yet they may rebel even more. But I am going to visit channels, like I said, though. I come in peace. I'm going to ask 3 questions, listen to what you got to say. Hopefully I can move on and without saying a word. Why is there fear? Why is there intimidation? Why is there hate? And I'm not talking about for me. Why is there fear? Okay. Why are you intimidated? And why are you hating? Why do you fear? What is it in life that you fear? What is it about life that intimidates you? And what is it about something in this life that you hate? See how I'm working with the focus point to convey a message now? To where you thought I was talking about an individual, but now we're talking about the collective community. Wow, D-Rev. Wow. Your message is powerful. Wow. Sometimes I think you crazy. Wow. But the message was powerful. I don't take the credit for that. Cause I did not know exactly what I was going to say today. You can tell it's not script. You know I came from the hip, let it rip off the words from my lips. All right. Let's do that there. Well, you know I got places to go, people to see, things to do. We got Grubhub challenges, we're going to do them. We still going to do live stream ride-alongs, we're going to do them. Because your boy here is more transparent, not afraid of being transparent. Was the situation a little bit embarrassing yesterday? Of course it was. But we pressed through it. My live stream ride-along is different than everybody else. That's not belittling anybody. Everybody got their own style. Everybody got their own flavor. Okay, my thing jamming up. I got 3 pins right here, 3 stars right there. We got them there. There we go. Appreciate you, Hulk. Appreciate you, Flex. Appreciate everyone that came today with their interest being piqued to find out about the 2 episodes and why they are private. Because it's something I want to do with them. And I'm waiting to see what type of live streams finna go on in the next TikTok. So I can elaborate on that there. Be mindful of the content we putting out here. Be mindful of your reaction channels. Be mindful of your drama channels. Be mindful how you're trying to find loopholes to make this stuff relevant. Ask the people that done it before you, that had their channels shut down, what went wrong. You do enough investigation and research, you'll find out maybe this ain't the path that people want to go. Unless you change up the content, the era of the content, and convey a real message that people can learn from. We can't follow the trends of the yesteryears and try to make it happen this year. There is a new era of content. If you don't put the message out, he will bring the people in here that will. Then when you see the blessings from it, you're gonna be like, I missed my opportunity. He gave me an opportunity to do it. I choose not to do it. Then the next person rise to success. Now you're looking funny. Okay, we all got creativity, creative minds. We really abusing our freedom. How many subjects is talked about? Or Americans abusing their freedom? That's some content for somebody. They may do it before me. Are Americans abusing their freedom? Don't wait till after the election to answer the question and find out the answer afterwards. You need to be asking that question right now. No, I'm not a politician. I'm not in politics. I told people that time after time, but we need to pay attention to what's happening in our world. What's happening in our world? I appreciate everyone that came by, stopped by, tapped in, lurked, all of that good stuff, negative stuff, whatever. You stopped by here today because God compelled you to come because he had a message for you to give it to others. You didn't know you was chosen to come here today to hear the message he had for you, to be able to convey that message to others. I didn't know how I was going to come with it. He took over. You see, there's nothing wrong if you got to separate from people. All of us know this. All of us are grown folks on this grown folks channel. How many times you had to separate from folks to keep peace? How many times you had to separate folks so you wouldn't hurt somebody or be hurt? Somebody can relate to what I'm talking about today. Understand what I'm getting at. Somebody, if not all of us here today, can relate to what I'm talking about today. Okay? Think about the things there. Think about those things there. Think about the most important things there that has value and meaning for our life. What type of legacies are we building? Some of you are parents, some of you are aunties, some of you are grandmothers, some of you are great grandparents. I can go on so forth and so more. Foremost, that's what I would get ready to say. Think about it now. This is not you every day. You walk away from the challenge. This is not you. And if it is, God, oh my God, we got to pity you and pray for you if it is. I'm not better than nobody. I done made a million mistakes. I done lost count. Trying to get it right every day. All of us have our struggles in life. When there are struggles, there's stress. That's what I was trying to tell Jersey man. When there are struggles, there's stress. We already done prove it. Don't make the money you need to try to make on these apps. We getting ready to we getting ready to tell you one thing or another, and we're gonna put a video out about it. And we stressing at the same time. Stress causes mental health issues. If you don't fact check it first yourself. If you can't do it, then you need help. Whoever that message was for. Okay, we into an hour and 43 minutes. I'm getting ready to end this here. Let me get my stuff together. I was watching Mr. Flex at the same time, as y'all can see. You know, so yeah. Yeah, it was a powerful message yesterday, but I choose not to put it out there because I wanted to come with this message. It was the focal point of the message that needed to be conveyed today for the viewers who heard about it. Now I got to see for myself where this man's coming from. What he gonna say next? What he's gonna do next? What's really going on? Is it finna be a beef war between them two? I don't know. I'm not trying to start when I said that from the beginning. I don't want that. But I have to have a focal point to touch this community, wake us up for the very first time, and we sit here and see what's really going on. What's wrong with us over here in this community? What's wrong with us? No, I said us. Notice I didn't say you. I said us. I'm part of this community too. And I do care about this community, whether you believe it or not. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a mission we got to do. I think everybody beginning to understand the direction that the journey I'm getting ready to go. I still got some unfinished business here in this community, so I'm not intending to go anywhere right now. Although I did say it, but I still got some unfinished business. I got to talk to God about that there. Ask him, what is his will? You see, when you get older, you're supposed to see things different. Okay. When you get older, you're supposed to analyze how much time I have left on earth. When you start growing gray hairs, it's time to start looking in the mirror and start thinking about the brevity of life. Okay. So let me go and do this here. I hope it helps somebody today. We didn't come here to condemn people. Okay. But it's conviction for our soul. You have to do your own soul searching. You have to go to your own mirror in private, away from everybody. Turn off the noise. Put down the computer. Put down the phone. Put down the social media. Take a break from it. No sounds, no nothing. Take care of your business about you. Okay, so let me go and do this here. I'm still trying to search and find things. Like I'm at start things kind of over. You know, I get to talking, touching buttons. That's what I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do this here. Howdy mighty in the house. Congratulations for becoming a new member of this channel. I learned something about the experience of what I witnessed from your channel. It was something about your channel was a lesson I needed to learn. I'm gonna share that with you one day. And I see what you just did, Huck. She appreciate that too. I do as well. All right, Mr. Flex, we got you in there right there. Appreciate you, brother. Let's go ahead and see, can I reach everybody else? My screen done short me, so I done did something. All right. I can't pull the rest of the comments up because I done did something goofy. We hit star, then we're going to go back to the live chat. There we go. What's up, Dash and Life Hawaii, brother? I missed you. I apologize for that. Hit you again. You said some powerful stuff. Them racists showing their true colors and hiding behind the satire. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they're going to find out that that's not a loophole anymore, too. Look at now, Jaded Driver in the house here. Jaded Driver right there. I thought it was Wednesday. Yeah, I usually come on Wednesday. All right, there we go. There we go. Information Man, he was in the house. If I don't get a chance, Jersey Man was in the house. Doordash Rick was in the house. If I don't get a chance to get everybody, Brandon Recovery was in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you so much for visiting Take It to the Streets live morning show. Got them in there. So everybody, peace, take care. Have a great day. Make the best of it, because life is short.